I'm going to show you a new money glitch in Starfield that'll make you 5 million credits per hour. This one is so good that all the other content creators are going to copy the hell out of me again. This money glitch works after patch 1.7.33, the one that came out on September 25th. And if you want to do this, you're going to want to do it fast because they are patching the glitches, and they'll probably patch this one too because it's a hardcore glitch abuse. Now, how much money you get per hour will depend on a few things. How many outposts you have, and some of you will be happy to hear this. Having outposts is bad for this. There's only one outpost that you want. The more you have, the less money you're going to make, and I'll explain why when we get to that. The other thing that can up how much money you make by a decent amount, not a crazy amount, but a decent amount, is to go to your skills and grind out and get planetary habitation rank 3. But it's not required. It'll just get you that extra million per hour or something like that to hit the 5 million per hour. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and go right through this. So open the map. You're going to go to the Cheyenne system. It's to the top right of Alpha Centauri. And then in this solar system, you're going to go to Aquila. You're going to go to Aquila City. And no, we're not going to be grabbing chests out of the floor. You're going to go to the spaceship vendor. So if you go through here, right to your right is the spaceship vendor inside of this building. This isn't the only guy we can do this, but this one works and it's easy to get to. So if you don't have 2 ships, you're gonna have to either buy a ship or go steal a ship. If you need how to steal ships, check the description of this video. It has links for all sorts of helpful things like stealing ships and making money, XP, everything. So anyway, once you have at least 2 ships, go to view and modify ships. Now in my case, I have them at the end right here. I have this Rambler 2 and I have this little demo ship here that I just have as a placeholder to fill this slot. So this little demo ship, what you're going to want to do here is have a ship that has a cockpit, a habitation, it has a landing bay, and it has a docker on top. And then you're going to want a reactor, 1 fuel tank, 1 engine, 1 grav drive, and then some landing gear off here to the side. This exact setup is the ideal one you're going to want to copy in order to do what I'm going to do here. Now, you're going to want C-class stuff. And don't worry, you don't need starship design or piloting, not yet at least, because there's still a glitch we can use. The engine doesn't matter, so I just put on the Amun one, it's whatever. But the reactor and the grav drive need to be class C or at least class B or something. So if you don't have the skills to do that, there's a glitch you can abuse. Make sure the ship's at the center of the viewport, and then click Add at the bottom. And then go to add in, say, we'll add in a reactor. So we can't use a C-class unless we have piloting or starship design. And don't even worry about the class because we're not going to be flying this thing. So it's class C and you don't have piloting, don't worry, it doesn't matter. So just go down here and you're going to want to put in like a class C reactor, not one super expensive, just one that works. And now's a good time to mention that you're going to want some starting money. So if you don't have any money at all, you're going to want to go check my most recent video, how to get 1 million credits per hour after the patch. You're going to want to do something like in that video to at least get some money. Ideally get like 1 million, but even just like 200,000 to 300,000 credits, and then you're ready to basically get infinite credits this way. So once you have some credits, you can start doing this. So let's say this reactor, we're going to put it down. We can't put it down because we don't have the skill for it, let's say. It'll show it red right here if it's inside the ship. You want to get it where it's inside the ship like this. Then go pick one that you can put, and it'll do this thing where you click it and it won't place it because it was inside your ship when you put it. Now you can move it over here, but don't click. It'll be attached to your crosshair mouse. Then start pressing down, or down and left thumbstick or S on the keyboard, and you can go through all the grav drives or all the whatever it is that you're in, even if you can't place them because your skills are too low. I can go all the way down here to the last one and place it. And that's a Pinch 8Z reactor class C that uses piloting 4 and starship design 4, and I just placed it. Now I have the skills, but that'll work if you don't have the skills. It'll let you place this thing then. So you can do that to get a class C reactor or a class C grav drive, and then stick them on in the places where I have these, and then just copy this exact design. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to add and do that same thing as before. So you're going to go to the fuel tanks this time, and we're actually going to build out the ship. So we need the 900T HE3 tank. If you have starship design, just place it. Otherwise, you're going to go up to, or actually go down to the M10 Ulysses whatever tank, put it inside the ship so it's red like this, move it out, press up one time, place it. Now you have a 900T. Now, I don't know if you do that every time or if you can just duplicate it like this then afterwards. I don't know. If so, then you'll have to do it one at a time, or you go get the ships. I have links, or the skills. I have links for how to get those skills in the description of this video somewhere. We're going to take that fuel tank, though. We're going to attach it over here. Very important we attach it up one layer like that. All right, so now what we're going to do is figure out the length and the width. So we're going to do this until we get an error. So place these back, and then we'll get this error, which is it's too long. Okay, good. Then we're going to do the same thing for the sides. So we're going to place one here and then one there. Moving to the left, moving to the right. We have the error for the landing gear now, so we're going to ignore that. And then we're going to keep doing this until we get Oh, whoops. Until we get the other air. Okay, it's too long or too wide now. Okay, so it's going to be asymmetrical, but that's totally fine. Don't worry about that. Then we're going to take these and we're going to add in another layer like this. And then we're going to see, I don't remember exactly how it's going to work, so we're going to take a look, and we're going to put down an M50 or M40 Ulysses tank and flip it, and see if that makes it too wide. Okay, it does make it too wide. So instead what we're going to do is remove one of these, and then we're going to put in this tank here, and then we're going to move it down using these buttons on the right, R and F or whatever is on Xbox, and attach it weirdly like that. Then what we can do is we can go grab these. This is also why we went to Aquila City, specifically because they have AccuLander 11 landing gear, and it's easy to get to Aquila City. We're going to take those, we're going to place them, or you get them straight out of the menu from the, gear or whatever. We're going to place these, and we're going to place them in the back like this. We have an air that is too wide, so we can't actually put it over on the edge like that, so we're going to put it like this instead. And then we're just going to put in these 2 layers like this. Now, this landing gear will support a ton of fuel tanks, because the fuel tanks don't actually weigh that much. So we're just going to put down this many. Now, if you run out of money at some point, also, we can't put it over there. It'll also exceed. It's weird how this works, but we just do it like that. Okay. Now we're good. Now what we do is we can add in more of these fuel tanks. Now, if you start running out of money, my money's weird because I actually had to edit some clips here, and I had to delete a ship, and then I'm building on a ship, so it's showing that I'm gaining money, but obviously I'm not. So it was because I deleted the ship before doing this. But if you start running out of money, just build as much as you can of what I'm doing until you're out of money, and you'll be able to do the same thing that I show you after this. Until you get enough money to rebuild your ship to make it into what I'm making here. But let me just go ahead and finish out this ideal version. So we're going to put down all these, and then there's a really important thing. You don't want to mess this up, because it can be very annoying if you mess up this next part. So when we get close to the ship, we don't want to actually put these fuel tanks all the way up against the core pieces of the ship, or else it's going to be a giant headache later on. So just make sure that there's a little bit of space like that, so you have easy access and a view of the actual ship itself. And then you're going to keep on putting these down, and you're going to jam in as many as you can. We can even put one right there, and that's fine. Put them like that. We can't. Now we have the complete, max amount here. Then we're going to make room for something here. So we're going to put down, we're going to get rid of 4 of these, and we're going to do that same glitch again, unless you just have the skills. You can use that glitch where you click something and then go down in order to select it, or if you have the skills, you just place it. We want the SAL 6330 engine. This thing is worth a lot of money. So we're going to place that and then move it up, put it right here, and then put down 4 of those. Or actually, I think 5 of them. Just do it until it says you can't do anymore. So like if I get rid of this and put this here, I'll get the error that there's too many engines. Do not get rid of this engine up here. Even though this engine's like weird, we want that engine. That garbage engine, we want that. So whatever we have here, 5. And we're just doing that because those are worth a lot of money. Okay, so then we're going to look. We don't have any warnings or anything. Everything looks good here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to exit, accept, and then we're going to go back in the ship builder. We're going to double click on the cockpit, which selects this, and then you're going to hold the options, which is left control on mouse and keyboard. I don't know what is on Xbox. And then you're going to click every single one of these while holding that, and you're going to deselect the main core of the ship and press the delete key on mouse and keyboard, which I don't know if there's even an option for that on Xbox. If not, it's going to suck on Xbox. And then delete the rest. See what it's worth. If this amount is more than 160,000, then you're good to go. You're good to go at that point. So then what we're going to do is, ideally in your case, you'll undo this then, and then you'll just cancel that or whatever, and now you have this ship. So like I talked about earlier, you'll now have a ship like this, and then you want to have one other ship that is whatever. It doesn't matter what the other ship is. It could be like this. It could be a default ship. It could be the Frontier. It could be whatever you want it to be. Doesn't matter. Just have another ship and the super expensive ship you just built, or whatever you could afford to make on your way to making this. So then we're ready. We're ready to do the glitch and make 5 million per hour. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the map, and we're going to zoom out. We're going to go to Narion, to the top right of Alpha Centauri, but you're going to go to Valo, the alternative solar system for this area. You're going to go to Polvo. This is very specific. You need to go to Polvo and go to Hopetown. So you go to Hopetown. When you get here, what you're going to do, ideally you'll have amps from my drug farm that I made for 1 million credits per hour. I'll have a link for that in the description of this video. And you have unlimited amps. You can run faster, which will help you get that 5 million per hour instead of getting like 4.8 or 4.6 or something. You're going to go here, you're going to go inside of the Hope Tech place, and then you're going to go over here to the sales counter on the right. You're going to talk to this lady. You're going to say, view and modify my ships. Now, I already have this ship right here that I need to get rid of, and I have this one right here, so I'll just show you the thing. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and go to the shipbuilder, and I'm going to sell this and get my money that this was what this was worth. So 160,000 is what she has. So we're going to select all those and delete everything else. And we're going to take our 160,000. We're going to exit. We're going to accept. But now, okay, what was the point of that, right? We just lost like 1 million credits. Well, here's the thing. We can go over to this other one that I have, which is, you know, ideally this would have been the one we just made, and then this would be that other random one you bought or stole or, you know, took from a pirate or something. So we have some random ship, and we have the one we just made, you know, in Aquila. Okay, so there's a glitch you can abuse that will let you duplicate this ship. So up here, there's a button. It's T on mouse and keyboard, whatever it is on Xbox. You're on mouse and keyboard, at least you're going to move your mouse over it, and you're going to click and hold. I'm holding down the mouse right now, mouse button right now. And at the bottom right, you'll see shipbuilder as well. So you're going to hold the mouse down, or hold A, I guess, on this button, or hold down the 2 buttons on Xbox, whatever. You're going to hold that button, and you're going to hold the ship button at the same time. I'm holding both down. I'm holding down both the buttons. I'm holding down B, I'm holding down left click. And then I'm going to let go of both of them at the same time. And if I get the timing just right, it will throw me back into this builder right here. So then what I do is I take one of these engines, or fuel tanks, and I just move it to connect it somewhere else. And then I back out, and I accept. And if the timing was right on when I press the buttons, then when I accept that, it will go over to this other ship instead. So I didn't do it right, so let me just do it faster here. So I can hold this and hold B and let go both at the same time. If I don't get the timing right, if I go wrong, it'll do that. Okay, let's try again. We got it again. Okay, accept. And now it just duplicated the ship. So now I have the ship here and the ship here. Now, this is suddenly, when you do this, the ship is now unregistered. So we can't actually sell the ship. But instead, we can do the thing we just did, where we go to the shipbuilder, and we click on this, and then unclick all of these parts, and then delete, and then we can get 160,000, you know, of credits worth of stuff. Well, I already did that, but that's the point of what you do. That's how you duplicate it and get your money. There's your money exploit, right? That's the glitch you can abuse to make money. But there's a little bit more to this than that. In order to get the actual 5 million, if you want 2 million, 3 million, yeah, just do it hell willy-nilly, but there's an exact way to do this. So then you back out after doing that one time. You go to Sol, and this ship vendor is weird. All these ship vendors are weird when you do this. It screws them up. So we have to go back to Venus. Now, you can go to a random landing area, and you can sit inside of your ship. Or if you want to go above and beyond, you can make a random outpost on Venus, which will take planetary habitation level 3. Doesn't matter which one you do. It'll just be way faster if you have an outpost. But you can also just land in the landing spot, run your ship, and sit down if you just want to make money and don't care about min-maxing. So then at an outpost, all you're going to build is a sleeping bag. You're going to sit on it, or you're going to sit in your ship, and whether it's your ship or an outpost, you're going to wait for 6 hours. Now, 6 hours is what I had found out a long time ago on how to fix those chests after we stole from them that you can't steal from now because they patched it out. Well, for some reason, when doing this to these ship vendors, it breaks them in the exact same way. So we got to wait for 600 universal time hours all at once. It has to be in one single session. And here is why, at the very beginning, I told you the more outposts you have, the worse it is. Because when you wait for 6 hours, or any number of hours, when you wait in this game, the more outposts and the more junk you have on those outposts, the longer it takes to wait. So if you only have this one outpost on Venus, and that's your only outpost, you'll literally wait like 3 times faster. So instead of taking like 25, 30 seconds to wait for 6 hours, it'll only take you like 10 or 12 seconds if you only have one outpost. So that's why you only want one outpost. But again, don't go deleting your outposts. It's not a big deal. You know, if you make 4 million per hour instead of 5 million, it's not the end of the world. Once you sleep for 600 universal time hours on Venus all at once, then go back to Valo, and then you're going to head over to Aquila again, and go to Hope Town again, and then you're going to pop an amp if you have one, and you're going to run back over to Hope Tech and go inside and go talk to that vendor. And if everything goes right, you'll go to View and Modify Ships. She'll have 160,000. Now you can go to that duplicated ship, you go to the shipbuilder, double click, unselect the main core pieces of it like this, delete the others, back out, accept, and we just made another 160,000. And then we go to Venus and repeat, and when we come back, we go to this one, we'd hold down this button and hold down shipbuilder, let go of both of them at the same time. If we get the timing right, it'll do this, move one piece, accept, and then it'll duplicate it on this one, and we can sell it again and again and again and again. Also, I highly recommend saving your game after doing making your ship, because sometimes it can crash the game to do this. It seems to be pretty stable in Hope Town for some reason, though, but I still would recommend saving your game periodically in case it crashes, because we are messing with the game systems pretty hard. And that's it, guys. We can do it. We can make 5 million credits per hour after the patch using a glitch. It's insane. So expect to see everyone copy this in the next few days. I'm sure lots of other YouTubers will start posting about this, but just keep one thing in mind. When other people copy the hell out of me on this, Don't let them tell you it's more than 5 million credits per hour. I tested literally everything. I even checked civilian outposts. I checked all the different star vendors. I did stopwatch timings on the different vendors to see if one would be faster than the other to run to. I tested everything you could possibly imagine, guys. So if anyone says it's more than 5 million, they are just straight up making it up. But it's still 5 million. It's insane, guys. So if you needed a way to get money after the patch and you don't care about using glitches, that's what you want to do, then come here and do this. Start farming money. If you don't have enough money, just make a lesser ship and duplicate it and then sell it until you have enough money to build the better ship and just kind of work your way up, or go do my 1,000,000 credit per hour farm. Link for that in the description of this video, and you can do that to get the initial money. Do it whichever way you want, but once you get enough money, then you can duplicate, get more money, and then eventually make the perfect ship and then get the 5 million credits per hour. Just be aware that if you do want to do this and you want to get these credits, do it fast because they are coming after glitches, and this is a glitch they definitely will come after because this is a pretty hard game abuse glitch. So I don't know that this will be around a month or two from now. So if you want to do this, do it now. Go ahead and get your money now so your save file's all set so you can build all the ships you want and do whatever you want whenever you want, even after they patch it out. By the way, I'm starting to run out of video ideas for this game. So if you guys have something you'd like to see or like me to cover, just leave a comment and let me know. I have like one other really big thing planned, and after that, I'm kind of struggling to think of what else to do for this game. So again, if there's something else you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments below. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope this helps you out. I hope you enjoyed that. Now you know how to get 5 million credits per hour with a hardcore money glitch after patch 1.7.33 in Starfield.